Hi, Math 115 crew. I look forward to working with you in a couple of weeks. Actually, less than a couple of weeks. January 10th is a week from today. That's when our semester starts. So I wanted to give you a little bit of information about how we'll use Canvas this semester in Math 115. So this is our homepage in Math 115 in Canvas, and you'll notice that there are recent announcements at the top of the page. Please keep an eye on the announcements. I put important information in there. You can also access announcements over here on the left, and I highly recommend that you occasionally click on that and check to see what's happening, because I think Canvas only puts the top 3 or the most recent 3 announcements at the top of the page, so you don't want to miss anything. So announcements first. Some information on COVID protocols, and this is January 3rd, so this is what I know so far. That's from August 24th, but that's all I know right now. We start on January 10th officially, but here are some things that you can get started on. Learn to navigate our Canvas course, get organized, start getting things done. On all of our front pages, all of our home pages throughout the semester, I'll give you an idea of where we're working in the course. And right now we're kind of getting used to things with a syllabus and a schedule and Unit 1. So if you click on any of these links, that'll take you over to our modules area. But if you keep scrolling down, you will find the Zoom link if you are in one of my Zoom classes. If you are in a face-to-face class with me, we meet in Anna Witten Hall on Wednesdays, so please check your schedule for which type of course you are in. If you are ill, please do not come to campus. One more time. If you are ill, please do not come to campus. Let me know that you're ill, and I'd be glad to let you join via Zoom for that day. Zoom link for office hours is listed here, and my office hour times are listed here as well. Those are times when you can join via Zoom and ask questions about coursework, anything that you might need for Math 115. Information for the Math Center is also on this homepage. I leave you information for reaching me with a KVCC email address. That's the best way to get a hold of me. And then I do have an emergency number if you need to contact me. So you could send me a text there. I do use the Do Not Disturb feature on that, and so you might want to also send an email. Down at the bottom, I leave you a list of resources, help with school or life. If you are struggling with anything, please let me know. I'd be glad to help you try to find what resources are available to you. So our homepage throughout the semester will look approximately like this. As we move to a new unit out of Unit 1, this will change over to Unit 2, and I'll give you an idea of what we're working on. A little bit of a change right in here, but the rest of it will stay approximately the same. If you head to the modules area, this is where you'll find the work to do along with some background information. So COVID guidelines first. The syllabus and the schedule are listed here depending on which section you are in. So know your section, know what your plan is for the semester. Resources are listed again. And then in Unit 1, that's where we'll start in this class, I will always leave you a list of goals for the unit. So the Unit 1 goals are listed here. I will always leave you playlists of tutorials that you want to watch the videos and take notes on them. This is replacing any kind of lecture in class. When we meet together in class, we will be practicing and applying things. So you want to watch videos and take notes first so that you know what's going to be happening. Practice. This is how we get good at stuff. So these are not for an official score, but it is how we get good at things. So I think you want to do it. I leave you copies of the course pack pages for Units 1 and 2, specific pages and problems to practice, and I leave you the solutions. So you want to have some kind of access to the course pack, do the practice, and then check your work. And if you have questions on any of that, bring those questions to class time. That's a great time to get those questions answered. For work for the gradebook, explorations are one component of what we do this semester. And you'll notice I let you know, though, these count 40% of your final grade. So these top 2 explorations, they'll be done in Canvas. The first one is due January 12th, and the second one is due January 15th. So these both get done in Canvas. And then I have 2 others, January 15th and January 18th. Those will be done in Desmos. You will need a Desmos account this semester so that you can do work for explorations and so you can participate in our classroom explorations. So if you click here, I give you the information about how to get a free Desmos account. I give you the link, and if you need a code, then you can go ahead and use this one. So you want to have that Desmos account, and sometimes we will have Desmos activities that are scored, like we just saw in that Unit 1 couple of explorations. Notice that the due dates for things are not all on the same day of the week. They're spread throughout the unit. That is on purpose. I want you to be practicing math things throughout the unit, not just on one day of the week. So you will want to keep an eye on your due dates. I'll help you in the beginning, but you want to keep an eye on those. I'm not for surprise changes on things, but I do want you in Canvas working on math, preferably a little bit each day. Finally, down below here, under assessment, there's a practice before quiz number 1. This one does not count toward the grade in the course. And then underneath this, when I get it ready, there will be quiz number 1. So I give you a little bit of a practice opportunity here. And even though it doesn't count toward the grade, I highly recommend that you give it a try when it opens up to you. That way you'll know where the trouble spots might be, and you'll have another opportunity to see how I write questions. So that's all that's available to you to do in Canvas right now. We have some explorations that you can do, and you can get rolling in Desmos. Reminder, the due dates will be spread out throughout the unit. This isn't a class where you can get everything all done on one day. If you come back to the home page, I think over here on the right-hand side of the home page, you'll get a running list of things that need to be done, and that can help you with your due dates as well. If you come to grades, that's where your grades will be located. We may have some discussion stuff happening, but that's less likely than the other things. So those are the kinds of things that you want to keep an eye on in Canvas. If you have questions for me as we roll throughout the semester or even before the semester starts, please feel free to reach out. I look forward to working with you soon.